Welcome, fellow nomads. Behind me is the Casa Azul, the childhood home to the legendary female artist Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo was known for her many self-portraits which characterized her health struggles. In 1925, she was involved in a tragic bus accident which left her partially disabled. In 1929, she married the famous Mexican muralist Diego Rivera, and they lived right here in this house for many, many years. In 1937, Rivera and Kahlo helped the Soviet revolutionary Leon Trotsky gain exile from Europe. He moved in with the couple and he lived here for 2 years in the Casa Azul from 1937 to 1939. During this time, he had a passionate affair with Frida Kahlo, which eventually forced him to find his own accommodations not too far from here. We covered Leon Trotsky in a previous video, so please check that out. Today we're going to explore the Casa Azul. We're going to take a deep dive into the life and the works of Frida Kahlo and explore one of the most famous and prominent artists of the 20th century. So I hope you enjoy this video. It's going to be a great adventure. So let's go explore the Casa Azul. We're now looking at the facade of the Casa Azul on Calle Londres in the Coyoacán district of Mexico City. This house was built in 1904 in an adobe style, made out of brick and adobe materials, and it also features tizón. Tizón is the famous volcanic material that was used to build many of the Mexican pyramids, like Teotihuacan. All right, we're approaching the entrance. It says Frida and Diego vivieron en esta casa 1929 to 1954. So those are the years that they lived in this house, a long time. All right, let's go in. Here are some of Kahlo's paintings, self-portraits. Frida y la Cesera. Frida Kahlo, bedridden. She suffered from many ailments her entire life. She actually learned how to paint while bedridden after her accident in 1925. This is a reproduction of one of her most famous works, the two Fridas. One of her in a European style dress and the other in a traditional Mexican style dress. This painting here is titled Moses, or the Nucleus of Creation. Here's Frida Kahlo in her traditional Tijuana style dress, traditional Mexican attire, which she was famous for. Lots of cool indigenous style artifacts. A place for beloved objects. A piece titled Neguichi's Butterflies on the outside of the Casa Azul. We just left the main living space. What you see here are a lot of indigenous artifacts. Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera were big fans of pre-Columbian art to reflect Mexico's indigenous roots. Here on the outside, we have more indigenous artifacts lining the walls with conch shells. Very cool. If you look here, guys, we have Frida Kahlo's former duck pond, where she used to come out and feed the ducks. And here's a look at the courtyard of the Casa Azul. Cacti species there. Okay, we're still out in the courtyard, and here we have a montage of pre-Columbian artifacts, likely from the Mexica or Aztec civilization, collected by Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo. Like I said earlier, they were big fans of pre-Columbian artwork and artifacts, so you'll see these all throughout the Casa Azul. Lots of cool pieces, sculptures. We've just left the Frida Kahlo Casa Azul, and now we're walking past the Coyoacán market. So here you can buy a lot of souvenirs, trinkets, lots of good food inside. So right now we're in the city center of Coyoacán, the historic colonial district. Take a note of the cobblestone streets. So let's take a look inside the Coyoacán marketplace. Coyoacán means the borough of the coyotes. That's what it literally translates to. So let's take a look inside, see what we can find. Lots of clothes. Lots of everything Frida Kahlo. As you can see, Frida Kahlo dolls. Let's keep going down. You have a lot of eateries throughout the marketplace. Frida Kahlo-like dresses, traditional Mexican style dresses. Lots of good stuff. Alright, after a long day of touring the Frida Kahlo house, I'm going to get some traditional Mexican cuisine here at the Coyoacán market. So I just ordered the 3 pastor tacos with cilantro. So that should be good. Alright, here we have it. 3 al pastor tacos. That looks delicious. And I'm starving, so let's dig in. Alright, now we're leaving the Coyoacán marketplace. And let's go across the street. Check out the park. Got a lot of street vendors along the sidewalk here selling their souvenirs, their trinkets. More Frida Kahlo paraphernalia. She has definitely crafted herself into a legend in Mexico. Too bad it was after her death. Traditional Mexican garments. That's neat.
Normalmente digo poquito, no le entiendo al 100%.
Alright, fellow nomads, that concludes our tour of the Casa Azul, the lifelong home of the legendary Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. So if you're ever in Mexico City, I would strongly suggest stopping by and visiting the Casa Azul. It'll be well worth your while, and you'll get to experience the life and the history of one of the most prominent artists of the 20th century. So my name is Nomad Tom. I'll be posting more content about my travels throughout the world. So I hope you can join me on future journeys. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.